folks, we're wearing the same clothes as last week because we have literally finished filming that one and we're straight into filming this one.
Double header.
So we've still got the poisonous Pepsi Max. I don't think I'll drink all that. I don't drink that all the time. Anyway.
It's a one-off.
So let's get into the tens. So these are the tens. We've worked our way through these cards and we're at the tens. And we know 10 comes at the final stage before you get your breakthrough. Yep. So let's get to it. So the 10 of Swords is here. And it's one of these cards, very similar to what we were talking about last week, that can be all about, depending, it can be the same for either. It all follows what cards are around it, what energy you're reading on, what person you're reading on. So the buzzwords are for upright, painful endings, deep wounds, betrayal, loss, crisis. Reverse is recovery, what's that? Reactions, resistance, and inevitable end. So it's
slightly bit of, yeah.
It is slightly different, but it's not like some cards can be like and yay or yay and like, but it's a bit, but I think as well, if you think about what this is a deep, deep sadness. So even when you release it,
oh shit, Sherlock, I've got 10 swords stuck in me.
When you release that deep sadness, there's still going to be a sadness there, if that makes sense, yeah. You know, so this is when you've been betrayed, you've been let down, you've suffered loss, you feel like you can't take any more. And it can be when actually you're stuck in your pain and you just refuse to fight back. It's been too much, there's too much emotions. The clouds, it's too dark, too heavy, I can't do this. I can't cope. I can't find my way out of this. I've forgotten my joy here. I've forgotten the light. But there's still hope here. There is still hope. Also, as well, the water can represent the cleansing, that this can be cleansed and healed. This is also a big challenge that comes in that actually can make you as well as break you. Yeah? Mm-hmm. You can turn it around if you want to. You think about the Ace of Swords coming in, that, you know, the truth. Well, how has your truth changed since experiencing this? And are you going to be a victim or are you going to be a survivor? Again, when it's in reverse, it can be releasing it, recovery, needing to rest. But whenever this card comes up in a reading, we're dealing with a fragile situation. So needs time. It needs time and patience, yeah? If you think about if that was physically and you took all the swords out of his back, he's going to need time. He's going to need time to recover from that. And there will be scars from this, yeah? So betrayal, it can be when you've been cheated on, it can be a business partner, it can be family, it can be a workplace has betrayed you, it can be you've been stabbed in the back, so someone comes to you and says, I'm not sure about my friends, I'm sure, like Colin Rooney and that, what was it all about that? Where she got betrayed on Instagram. Yeah. And Colin Rooney comes to me and she says, I'm sure one of my friends is, and she gets that, and I'll say, yeah, there's someone around you stabbing you in the back. Possibly more than once.
Something Vardy, what were in it?
Yeah, Rebecca Vardy.
Rebecca Vardy, that's the one.
Agatha Christie one.
I can only remember by her husband because I knew the football. But yeah.
Well, let me just line up there. Well, I'm moving on a bit quick there, aren't I? I'm trying to...
You're not finished yet. You're still on swords.
And healing. Reactions. What's your reaction going to be? Are you going to lay there and take it? Or are you going to come back from it? Also, as well, it can be about needing to pause and needing to deal with that pain before you go any further. What?
That's quite a brutal ending, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a brutal ending.
It's a brutal ending.
If you think about the Eight of Swords, then what were the Nine of Swords? Have I put my cards away? The Nine of Swords from last week, which was, you know, he's not, where is it? He's not dealt with it. He can't deal with it, and it's overwhelmed him. Do you know what I mean? I can't face this, is too much. Here, he actually had control of it. There was still hope here, but it just boom. And it's like, if we don't face these mental conflicts here, they'll just, those same swords that are like that will come in at us. And it, you know, also as well, the longer that we leave something, the harder it is to release it. If that makes sense. So that's your swords. And then we go on to cups, which is, yay, my happy ever after. I've worked through all of my emotions. I've balanced my cups. The rainbow represents the chakra system, which is all in harmony. I'm happy. It can also be an extreme high. Everything is wonderful. Everything is how I want it. Excuse me, burping with the Pepsi Max. But you see this line here? This line represents, you know this card here? You see the same line there? Well, he's here. He's looking down at his trauma. Okay? This is a very similar picture. But they've faced it. So they're looking over the itchy nose. Apologies. They can see over. Do you see what I mean? He's looking down into his despair. They've worked through that. They did the work, the Two of Cups, and found a way through it. And now they're looking up. It's about expansion. They've been able to get over that hurdle. They've been able to get to that bridge and get over it. They've got over it here. Yeah? And they've built a life for themselves. So he's lost somebody, he's been dumped or whatever. He's grieved, he's worked on himself, he's gone over the bridge, he's met the love of his life, and he's built a new life. Yeah? There you go. 5 of Cups, 10 of Cups. It takes time, but you can get there. And also as well, it goes on. Life goes on to the next generation. So the buzzwords for upright is harmony, marriage, happiness and alignment. Reversed is misaligned values, broken home, marriage and depression. So when it's like this, it's chaos and conflict. It can also be someone that's struggling with extreme highs and extreme lows. So they've had a really good innings at something and then boom, afterwards. Divorce, you know, closing down of a marriage, someone's left home, walking away from something, a toxic family environment, a toxic situation, a toxic outlook. Itchy nose. Could also be a little bit of toxic positivity as well. If this isn't channeled correctly, it can be about only focusing on the positive. Yeah. Also as well, what are we putting out into the world? The flowing river. What are we putting joy out into the world, or are we putting chaos and conflict out into the world? Yeah, what's coming into us down that river as well? Is it joy or is it chaos and conflict? And you know, how can we change that? Sorry, itchy nose. I do like that card. It's a very, very nice card. But it can also trigger people when it comes up in readings, you know. Especially if they're not in, or they don't feel as though they're in that place. They don't feel as though they're worthy of their happy ever after. So the next one is
very similar.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, you're on ones.
Blow my nose. I'm on ones next. So here he is. What have I done there? I'll sort it out. Burdens. Carrying a burden. Carrying many burdens. So, you know, remember the 9 of Wands with the fella with all the wands behind him and one wand in his hand? He's took on too much. He had control of the situation there. He was doing well. He was doing good. But he's took on too much. Yeah? So the buzzwords are burden, extra responsibility, hard work and completion. So again, one of these cards that can be very much like that. So can you work late for me tonight, even though you've been working late every week? Or the one that's always jumping in to do, or the one that feels as though nobody helps them.
Never volunteer for anything ever.
Yeah.
That's what you learn in work, isn't it? Never volunteer for anything.
Well, yeah, because
ever.
if you do it once, you do it forever in some workplaces, don't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. In the reverse, it's doing it all, carrying the burden, delegations and release. So again, it's one of these cards depending on what's going on. So it could be, you know what, I'm not putting up with this shit. You do that, and you do that. Or actually, I need longer to complete this task. I'm at breaking point. Again, it's one of those cards. It's neither boo or ooh, depending on whether it's reversed or upright. In fact, I'm letting this go. Or it could be that it overwhelms you and it brings you down. And again, he's so focused on the wands that he's carrying. His head's in the wands. He's missing out on this reality here, on his destination. But he's choosing to be there because also as well there's a comfort in there. Look how he's holding on to it. This can be a little bit of a needy energy as well. I used to know someone like this. I used to work with someone that anything that happened, they were like, boom, straight in. And they needed recognition. They needed to be seen. They needed to be commended. Is it commended? By the management. And it becomes too much. He's not dealing with his stuff.
There's a lot of sky in this.
Yeah.
So is his head in the sky? He's got his head in the...
Head in the clouds, that's the same, isn't it?
Yeah. So he's got his head in the skies. He's not concentrating on the here and now.
Very little grounding there as well. There's no green under his feet. The grounding is at the other side of, I don't know what you'd call it, the lines.
Yeah.
The sea, the other side.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then we've got this one, which is the Pentacles. Wisdom, family, ancestry, money, abundance, energy coming in. So let me just... So this represents the Hermit. And this represents the Emperor and the Empress. Yes? And the two dogs, like with the Fool, represent spirit. So it's the deep wisdom of the Hermit and the Emperor and the creation of the Emperor and the Empress. So he's got his deep wisdom and they are creating. And on some depictions, there is a child there. There's a child there, yeah? And it's a circle of life. It's what we give out, we receive. The buzzwords are wealth when it's upright, wealth, inheritance, family, establishment, and a word I do not know.
What have you written?
A squirrel. And reverse is financial failure, worthlessness, and loss. So, you know, generational trauma, inheritance stuff, money loss. This card can be applied to family, but it can also be applied to institutions. Yeah. So if someone comes to you and says, I'm in charge of a treasury, but there's something not right with the money there. I've just got a feeling that money's been taken, and you get that. You know that somebody within that establishment is taking money. What wisdom am I inheriting? What wisdom am I given? What is my role in this sequence of events? This is like generational trauma, generational healing, establishment healing, the hierarchical of life as well. And your role in it. It's not just about other people, it's about your role. Where are you on your journey? You know, this can come up for clients that are going through will issues. You know, if you win money, that can come up. If you win money in a court case or you win the lottery, that can come up. Yes, and there's your tens. Next week, we will be looking at the pages and the knights. Over to Mystic Gary in the mystical realm.
So we're going to time travel this week.
Are we?
Yeah. We're a week behind, aren't we, in front?
Oh, yeah.
So
God, yeah.
We've got to think, what's happening next week? Where am I going to be next week? This time next week?
Yeah.
Because this is video 12. We're currently done with video 11, and that's going to come out today. But video 12 is going to come out 7 days from now.
Yeah.
So what is going to happen 7 days from now? We're going to time travel. What we got? Where are we at for 7 days from now? The Fool, new beginnings, possibilities.
Ooh, leaps of faith.
Yes, we've been discussing that with me. Maybe taking a leap of faith next week.
That's what we had, that, isn't it?
Yeah. Interesting.
Interesting. I'm interested in the mystical bag, me.
Do
you know, it's a bit gutting. They said it. My business used to be called Mystical Garden. Can you imagine if it was still called Mystical Garden? Mystical Gary in the Mystic Realm.
In the Mystical Garden. It is now Mystical Garden when we do it in the garden.
Yeah, Mystical Garden.
You want to
It was a day spa, spiritual day spa, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah. Do you want a angel card?
Yes, go on, Gary.
Let's do an angel card for 7 days' time. What number is going to be relevant in 7 days' time? What do we think? Whoa, I don't want to shuffle. That one's popped out. Oh, all the 7s. Perseverance. Perseverance. We need to keep persevering. So, a change of perspective, reflection, inner strength, wisdom and enlightenment. There is a need for a change of perspective on whatever has taken over you now. If you want to succeed, you need to keep going down the road you're on. Reach for the wisdom within, and then you'll just know what the next step is. 7, 7, 7.
Hey.
There we go.
Mystic Stone.
Oh, mystical
God, every week he's adding something to this, isn't he? God.
Mystical Stone.
It's turned into Inspiration Corner, is this?
In the velvet bag of mystery.
Shit. I thought you were a druid in a past life, you know. You can see what you do with your runes and stuff.
Thought about getting some runes.
Oh, God.
Look very complicated.
Yeah, I've got runes and I've never opened them.
You've never opened them?
No.
What we got for 7 days' time? What we got? Ooh, nice brown one. Healing. Interesting. Healing. We do 2 on this one. We're going to do 2. One for me, one for Claire. Focus. We've got to focus. Focus, people. Come on now.
Focus, you can do it.
Focus for some healing. Mystical stones. If you want more mystical stones, join me on Inspiration Corner every day, every single day at 1 o'clock British Standard Time.
In the morning.
Yeah, AM. And you'll see a mystical stone alongside an oracle card and an inspirational quote. I am spoiling you. I really am. And if you want to see more angel cards and numbers and a little card reading every day, join me on CTGT Tarot for Pick a Card for You.
Yeah.
Your Pick a Card reading of the week. Every Monday. Around 10 a.m. British Standard Time.
Yeah.
Plug.
Taking over these channels he is.
Plug. You got to plug. And that's about it.
Yeah. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you.
Playlist is down below if this is the first video that you're finding us. The playlist for the tarot course, which is free. There's numerous videos there, all in order, where we're working through the deck of tarot. Yes, so thanks for watching.
Please like,
comment, share,
subscribe. Put as many comments as you want down below.
Yeah. And we will see you in the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye now.